Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2025 NBA Draft. I always love a good draft. And this one seems uh, as interesting as they always are. Welcome to the NBA Draft. I am Daniel Poulter of Poulter's Talk Sports Podcast. I am a local Bay Area beat writer, sports journalist, and I'm here to react to what should be a fun NBA draft. I will eventually move my lovely Facerino out of here, but as we're waiting, Dallas Mavericks are, as we speak, on the clock. This draft starts at 2, to be honest with you, because Cooper Flag, unless something immensely goes wrong, will be the number one overall pick. Truly something to keep in mind. Cooper Flag went to college a year early, or next year's draft would have been one of the best drafts of all time because I truly believe the next year's draft has 3 players that will be franchise corner stars. Definitely at least 2, and Boozer is like whoever's third and you get Boozer or AJ. That's a good draft. Holy Christ, that's a good draft. Let me do the fun things and get these out of here. Let's see what's up in the club. Everyone crack open a fun little beverage. Enjoy yourself. We'll see what's going on. Get it down, get it up. No one knows what's the duck. Everyone get up, down. Whoop. Doing all those social media posterinis while we get ready to roll here. Whoop. But truly, this is an interesting NBA draft we got here, especially because the uncertainty. It's such a weird draft this year, where it's going to be a lot of dart throws. Um, let's see what we got going on here. Let me add up a little banner here. But yeah, no, there's so many stories about Cooper Flag, of just Cooper Flag being just a genetic freak. My comp to him is Kevin Durant, because he is just a power forward, defensive lockdown, and he is going to hit threes. He is what the Mavericks need, what they desperately covet, and overall, not shabby. You know, you take those. Let me see if I can. Oh, Newport, Maine. Okay. Yeah, I'm watching on I believe it's the ABC or ESPN? What do we got going on here? I think it's the Age. Let me double check some shenanigans. Um, oh, it's on both ABC and ESPN. Classic. But feel free to add any comments, questions about this NBA draft. I'll give my opinions on them. But overall, it's a funky draft. It's very top heavy. I fully believe that the top of the draft is. It's not one of those drafts where you're like, oh, dude, I got this sick player at number 15. There's going to be some names coming out like 18th or 19th that you have never heard of, and you're just like, okay. Overall, consensus though, Cooper Flag and Dylan Harper, I really like both of those players. I both think they're going to be very good. I think Harper is going to be a quality starter in the league for a long time. I'm not as sold on his running bait. Ace Bailey is a red flag to me, astronomical red flag. Not the biggest fan of his overall, but this is going to be a fun time. I want to see how long I can last. I may not make it through the whole first round because that's going to be me feeling a lot of dead air, but that's okay. Trying to get the practice in. But let me see if I can bring up my first monitor over here. Share my screen for you. Throw it up here. All right, well, first pick, Cooper Flagg. Who could have seen it coming? Who would have known? It's the Flagginator. Some people were sending the main event. That's very corny. But he's so good. He's just so polished and fluid as a 6'8" small forward / power forward. It's just so good. The draft really starts at 2. The draft astronomically starts at 2. Let me bring up some things. They should be going Dylan Harper, but there's been a lot of buzz about where they have Castle and you have De'Aaron Fox. Do you need a third point guard, like point guard, shooting guard type? True, can't hurt to have more of them, but if you have 3 lead guards, one of them's going to be pissed. And that's a lot of assets that you could move. This would be the time where maybe San Antonio takes Harper here, but then kind of moves out of that pick. There's been a lot of talk. Maybe they move off Fox, which they, to be honest, kind of stole him from Sacramento. Sacramento didn't like, I couldn't even tell you the value Sacramento gave up got in trading Fox. And they had Fox and Halliburton. God, the Kings are so bad. Oh my God. Astronomical fumbles. But as always, leave your comments in the YouTubes or wherever. Let me know. But Cooper Flagg, he's so good. Like, he led Duke in points, assists, rebounds, steals, and blocks. Like, that's so silly. It's so astronomically wild. But this draft gets so chunky, 2 through 10, because I couldn't tell you, outside of maybe Philadelphia with BJ and what is it, Edgecombe. I'm gonna butcher so many of these names. I will try and do my best, but like Ace Bailey is a wing player who can't shoot and can't do assists and can't steal balls. So he's just like, he's another Jonathan Kuminga type where you're drooling over the athletic possibilities, and if he doesn't hit, you're going to get fired. And like the Warriors didn't get fired for doing that, but like maybe they should. Well, okay, they won NBA titles. That's being a little much, but I'm going to try and I'm going to be on Twitter a little bit here, trying to scour for any rumors going on. So if I'm looking at my phone, I do apologize. But overall, see if anything wild happens. But there's been a lot of weird, what is it? Ace Bailey. Ace Bailey's really weird to me because I don't know if he's just getting really bad counsel or what, but like he's telling teams that he doesn't want to be picked by them, but you're not that guy. Like, yes, you were a 5-star recruit, you have all the measurables, but you sucked at Rutgers, and Rutgers sucked. At least Dylan Harper at Rutgers was the best player at Rutgers, and like he was a 5-star as well, so like we knew he was going to be good, and he proved it on the court. And when they didn't have him, they struggled. And there's just like, it's such a weird draft. Like you got the shooter from Duke, you got a point guard from Oklahoma, but like so many of these players are just like, there's no sizzle. It's a whole bunch of kind of, we hope they'll be good, which is how the draft usually works. But especially with NIL, you'd expect them to have a little bit more polish going into a draft year. So it's a very weird, funky draft overall. But But the thing is, though, Cooper Flag, the Dallas Mavericks lost Luka Doncic, and they get the benefit of Cooper Flag. Is that the NBA doing NBA things, or is that the Mavericks being astronomically lucky? We don't know. But their entire roster is power forwards and Kyrie Irving. You can't keep 5 power forward centers and be like have a good time. But like look at the last like Kyrie Irving, Zion, Elton Brand, Paulo Banchero, and Cooper Flag are the last number 1 picks drafted by Duke. That's pretty spicy. That's pretty saucy. That's not bad. There's Nico. I'm watching the live feed here. Why is he's smiling like a ghoul? Oh, what is he doing? Oh, we're gonna meme the shit out of that later. Oh boy. Oh, they've already unveiled his jersey. That's wild. Astronomically wild. Oh, please, that's up in Maine, I think. Yes. Okay, so we're watching a bunch of people in Maine. Yeah, that looks like a gym in Maine. Question is, pick is in for the Spurs. I would assume it's going to be Dylan Harper, but does he stay there? Great question that I do not know. Hmm. Question is, when does the draft get funky? When does the draft get weird? There's so many like it's such a weird draft because like in like mock drafts also like all the top guys are all freshmen, but none of them are particularly had a great year, and like it's such a melting pot. Oh, Dylan Harper to the San Antonio Spurs. Would the Spurs have loved to have slipped one higher for Cooper Flag, but they jumped up from like number 12. So they can't complain too much. You get a great, fantastic player. Dylan Harper is just a pure guard. Like he's so good. So smooth, scorer, fills the bucket. And then here God, he's been like I feel bad for whatever franchise is gonna pick him. But Dylan Harper, the Spurs is that's your shooting guard for the next 10 years, unless you trade him. Um, son of former 5-time NBA champion Ron Harper. Yes, we are getting old, all of us. Oh God, hold the bar, hold the flow. But yeah, all Big Ten, all freshman of the year. He was absolutely fantastic at Rutgers. Um, uh, no brainer pick for the Spurs. I thought there was a chance they would trade out of this pick, but now with the 76ers, I expect them to take the kid out of Baylor, the guard. He's super long. He's one of those weird prospects where he's a guard, but he does everything, but doesn't shoot entirely the best. So it's like, okay. But yeah, Dylan Harper is amazing at the pick and roll, and you have Victor Wembanyama. Like, okay, he is going to be that you cannot go wrong with Shaolin Monk, Victor Wembanyama, and his playmaking's great, his ball handling's great, his assist ratios are just off the charts. It's so nice, and I'm not gonna lie. I feel that he's the one that's propping up Ace Bailey. I think Ace Bailey is gonna end up in Washington, and it's just gonna be gross. Like Washington or New Orleans, and like he's just gonna get someone fired. It's just, but Let me see if I can check out. Oh, I love Twitter. J Kim, Lucky Mong One on Twitter. Highly recommend the follow. Just it's so good. This is this is such the dynamic with the Dallas Mavericks this season. Holy shit, I love this so much. It's so good. Let's see. On the clock, the Philadelphia 76ers. Knowing the 76ers, they're going to find a way to trade this pick with Paul George, which is so that's what a mistake that trade was. Holy shit. But let's see what we got here. God. I just don't like this draft. I'm looking at all these mock drafts and just like it's just so funky. It's just let's see what we got going on over here. Oh. Oh yeah, Cooper Flagg is the first white American number one overall pick since Kent Benson in 1977. Woo-hoo! that's very telling of white basketball players in America. I'm not gonna lie to you, but he's a true number one. He's not wrong. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh. That's that's worrying. All right, let's see what they got going on here. Yeah, because like if you have time, Ace Bailey could work out, but like if you're trying to win, like the 76ers would hope they're trying to do, like getting a guy who just wants to beat like I'm the guy, I'm me. What? Like, bruh. Let's see what. Oh, the pick is in. VJ. They went, to my opinion, I think this is the correct pick for the 76ers. You get a quality guard with a lot of length. He is going to be someone you can build around at least a little bit. He's not going to be probably an all-star. His ceiling is probably a solid Eastern Conference starter. But that's fine. That's totally fine for the Philadelphia 76ers. You just need assets that you can move if you need to. And I feel like this is what that is. And that's totally fine. We have Vizca Edgecombe from the Bahamas, from Baylor. I like the pick a lot. Woo-hoo. The question is, where does Ace Bailey fall? There's been rumors he does not want to go to Charlotte. He does not want to go to Utah. He wants to go to it was, I think, New Orleans, Brooklyn, and one other. But it just sounds like he wants to go to a franchise that has no one that can score, so he can just chuck the ball. And that just doesn't seem great, though. He played 2025 Big 12 Freshman of the Year. Not like there was many this year in the Big 12, but that's fine. Oh, got a little sauce action. Big sauce. Wrapping up some bandages. I do apologize. I'm grabbing my leg here. Dude, I truly believe that VJ is going to be one of those players that it's not the flat, like the sexy pick, but it's going to be one of those picks where if the 76ers do win a championship, he is their fourth best player. And if you get your fourth best player from the third overall pick, I think you take that. I think you're totally fine with that. Yes, do you want to get your superstar? Do you want to get your Cooper Flag? Yes. Does this draft have that besides the top two picks? Not really, no. Yes, every draft will have players that come out of nowhere. This draft, especially when it comes to, I think international players, is super untapped. There's a lot of really good international players that people they're kind of mixed on, but those are kind of those coin flips where you go, maybe that's the guy. Maybe he turns into the next, like, question is, where does Charlotte go? Dude, just listening to this interview, he just sounds like a high character kid. I know that doesn't like truly matter because like it's the talent that comes first, but like it's not bad. It's not bad. Let's see. The Bulls are looking to trade Lonzo Ball or Kobe White. Kaminga. The Warriors Make that call. Make that call, baby. Make that call. Let's see if Shams is going to leak the pick early. See if he leaks it. Leakers. Don't you know? Coming for the draft, who got a draft who wet the horns. But like, you can already guarantee it's like the Wizards are going to make a mistake. New Orleans is going to make a mistake. Utah may make a mistake. You know, Utah's taking for AJ next year. Like AJ's already got that BYU NIL money. You know they want to get that kid in the state, keep him there. Yes, he's from Boston, but such a freak. I could see New Orleans going the kid from Duke, the big kid. I could see it. Though not the shooter, not the shooting guard from Duke. I'm talking about the center from Duke, 7'2" guy. That's my guess. Could be wrong. Could be very wrong. '76ers is such a weird team. It's like you got Maxey, you got Embiid, you got Paul George, you got McCann, and now VJ. God, they gotta trade Paul George. I don't know how they do it though. They gotta trade Paul George. They gotta get him. And then there's just the Hornets. The Hornets are on the clock. What do I say about the Hornets? It's such a mistake of a franchise, which is a shame. Because like they just got an injured LaMelo Ball who likes running people over with his car. Yeah. Not great. Oh, we got a pick. Oh, it was the guard. It was the guard from Duke, not the big guy from Duke. Who could have seen it coming? Ah, but not too bad. Not too bad. Let's see who's popping off in the club. Down the road. Up. So shooting guard. Let me see if I can bring up. But overall, it's intriguing. Like, I guess, what does Utah even need? I guess they need guards. They could go for the kid from Oklahoma. Dookie. Look at the Dukes. The Flying Knipple Brothers. Now that's a name. But yeah, it's a shooting white dude from Duke. Can't go wrong. Like the problem is, will LaMelo pass him the ball? If he does, I think he'll do great. But just average. It like if you're hoping for a slightly, you're hoping for high ceiling of JJ Redick. Yes, I'm comparing him to the white shooting guard from Duke. Get over it. That's how it's gonna be. But he's just catch and shoot. And that's all. That's all. He's a great. Just he hits them shots. And that. It's always that's what you're looking for in the NBA. And like you will have a long career in the NBA if you can just sit somewhere and hit a shot. Even if you're not athletic, even if you can't run the lane well, if you just sit in the corner and hit a three and are not awful on defense, he will play at least 7 to 8 years in the NBA, even if it's not with Charlotte after 4 seasons. Yeah. I think this is a very safe, like, not bad pick for the Hornets, but it could also be one of those picks where we go in 10 years and you go like, guys, did you see that the Hornets drafted Con Knipple? Like, ugh. But let me see if I can find some saucy shit. Okay, so very good. Some great information here. Let me drop it for you all. Going big. Ooh, someone did bring up he's going to have to guard NBA quality 2 guards because LaMelo and Brandon Miller probably can't. But the shot making is good. Overall, I'm mixed on the pick, but I'm kind of fine with it. Let me bring up my blue sky here. All right, everyone. Look at this. Most threes by a freshman all time. Gary Trent Jr., I covered at Prolific Prep in Napa. Absolute stud. Has had a up and down NBA career, but he's still in the NBA after I think 7 or 8 seasons. That means you've had a great career. Whoop. Kill a fly or something. Oh, hitting with it. JJ Redick, comp. Cam Reddish, mixed. Jared McCann, very good freshman year, first year in the NBA. If he is even the worst of these 5, besides maybe if he's the 4th best of these 5, this pick is doing pretty well. You would much rather it be Jared McCann, or of course he's the highest picked player out of these, which tells you how suspect this draft class is. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Let's see who the Jazz are gonna go with. But what could they do? Let me see if I can find myself a good old, like, this seems like a boring one where you go the point guard from Oklahoma. But Utah is known for doing weird stuff. This is throw dart territory. Hmm. Oh my God, they took him. Ace Bailey is going to Utah. Ace Bailey to Utah. Ooh, that's. Mm, 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 mm. Oh. Oh. Utah, Utah, Utah. Ooh. No, no, just. Yeah, like he had 527 points last season at Rutgers. I think second all time for a freshman at Rutgers, but he's such a boomer bust. Like he could be an all star for Utah. Yeah, like the big thing is like his wingspan is so freakishly long. He's such a absolute athletic freak. But he just makes the play like the worst possible play. His IQ is not very high for basketball, which is what you need out of a wing. I hope you enjoy Utah, brother. Oof. Yeah, the broadcast keeps saying he makes tough shots, but he's taking bad shots. And yeah, some of them go in. That's not good. That's not good. Oh. He is incredibly fast. He is impressively fast. I hope they have some good representation in Utah because they're gonna need it. Whew. Oh. Yeah, like Ace Bailey, he was said to be one. He has the talent of a top three pick, maybe a top two pick in this draft outside of Cooper Flag. But there's a lot of smoke coming out of that camp that's just not good. So these are the first two top 10 picks from Rutgers school history since 1966. So that's funny. Ugh. Now, what does Washington do? They did just give up um, Jordan Poole. They're dumping salary. Of course, Isaiah Thomas is just no. It's Avery Johnson. Avery is just slurping up Ace Bailey. Okay. Utah will trade Ace Bailey within 4 years, and I don't think it's going to be four. I give him 2 years before he's shipped out in a trade. 100%. Oh, 100%. That pick's wild. Much like my beard line, which, went a little short and I'm giving very much a villain and Men in Black vibes. What are you doing, brother? Because, like, how mad the Jazz must have been when they didn't win the lottery. The best white player in 40 years. And he goes to Dallas, Texas. Oof. Oh, there was Fire Nico chants. Oh, that's good. I gotta bring this over here. God, like, just look at this face. Look at how happy. Oh God, I feel so bad for Mavericks fans. But you did get Cooper Flag, so I can't complain. Can't say you did too poorly. You lost Luka. That sucks. Cooper Flag, pretty good. Pretty good. Trey Johnson to the Washington Wizards. Okay. Let me see if I can pull this down for you. Okay. I kind of dig it. I kind of fuck with it. Huh. This feels like one of those moves that a worse Wizards ownership group. I know it hasn't changed that much, but like they normally would get someone who's like would get like do something weird. But they got a quality shooting guard when they traded away Jordan Poole. He'll probably be able to play relatively quickly. It's like a high floor. And if he's your starting shooting guard next year, you're doing well. That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. I'll take that. New Orleans. This seems like well, they have what does New Orleans do? It's probably the center. They probably just go give us so many 7-footers. Maybe the guard. Ooh, they could. Oh no, they just traded for Jordan Poole. They're not going to go the guard from Oklahoma, probably. Huh. 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 Weird. Hmm. Oh yeah, CJ. I guess he has a mentor in CJ McCollum. I guess. Sure. The biggest thing with the Washington Wizards is next offseason they have $100 million in cap space, and they can go throw the bag at someone. Will someone want to go to Washington? I don't know, but they'll have the money to do it. Let me see here. Like, let me look at the NBA free agency. Like in 2026, hypothetically, LeBron. You do keep in mind a whole bunch of these are not going to happen, but like, oh God, maybe a De'Aaron Fox. They could throw money at a Jaren Jackson. They could throw money at the Lakers. Are probably going to re-sign Luca, but Luca is technically available. Kevin Durant, if he wants to come home for the end of his season, though I do fully expect him to sign a deal with Houston long term. A lot of these are maybes type of things. God, it's a weird 2026 class. The worst case is if they throw money at like Julius Randle and DeAndre Ayton. That would be not great. But let's see what do the Pelicans do? Available is Paige Backers. We've got Jeremiah Fears from Oklahoma, point guard. We've got um, the center from Duke. We've got God, some of these names this year just flying off the charts. Carter Bryant. We've got Asal Newell, Cedric Coward. Some interesting candidates here. What Pelicans got 2 minutes currently, 2 minutes and 25 seconds. We've had no trades yet, though there are rumors of either Brooklyn or Toronto trying to make some moves. So these picks could be moving soon. We'll see what happens. I'm probably only going to do the top 10, maybe the lottery. We'll see how it goes. But overall, it's been an interesting board so far. Let's see, is the pick in? The pick is in for the Pelicans. Let's see what they got going on. Hey, Jeremiah Fears from Oklahoma, 6'3" guard. Um, Interesting. They don't really have they've got Murray and they've got Poole as a 1-2, so this kind of becomes their third guard. But especially if, depending on what you think Jordan Poole is, this feels like a solid okay pick. You deal with that. That's not too bad. Um, step it up. Oh, gotta step it up. Oh, gotta step it up. Okay. Okay, what do the Nets do? Oh, he looks so sad to be going to New Orleans. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, looks like if he gets a 3-point shot, he'll be fine. But that you never know if that's going to come for a point guard or not. Who else we got left? Brooklyn. What are they cooking? What are they cooking over there? Let's see, what does I think Brooklyn's got one. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the fifth one? The fifth one's from is it that Hawks trade? I think it's the Hawks trade. So they also have the Hawks 22nd pick. There's no way they're keeping all those picks. There's absolutely no way. You just can't do it. But it's very interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. See what's going on in the club. What Brooklyn ends up. Let's check the clock. Clock is at 1:45. They're milking it. But now Fears Hits a lot of free throws in the modern NBA. I think he'll. I think he'll do well. We'll see what else the Pelicans are cooking up, though. 45 quadrillion. Oh, there. Is that the Brooklyn office? Let's see. The Raptors. Bala from the Duke Center, the 7-2 Center. That's got Toronto Raptors written all over it, doesn't it? Oh fuck! They went with the Russian. They went with the Russian. Interesting. Interesting. The sharpshooter from BYU. Interesting. 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 I will say that had a lot of Oklahoma City Thunder energy to it. Okay, they went with Igor Diadem. Interesting. BYU from Russia 6'8". Demon, sorry. Igor Demon. It's also a very Utah coded pick, to be honest with you. Of course, his dad's name is Vladimir. Yeah. Oh, I forgot he played with Real Madrid. This is actually not a bad pick. But yeah, 6'9" guy who can guard bigs, who has a good passer. That's a good build around piece for Brooklyn. Like, oh, that's weird. He's drafted higher than Jimmer Fredette was. Huh. And then AJ next year will blow that out of the water because he'll be a top 3 pick no matter what. But big assist. His shooting is worse than I thought it was. I thought he was a little bit better, but that could have been maybe next year's BYU kid. Um, it's not a bad pick though. I think that's very AJ Bailey looks so pissed. This feels like the Duke Center, tailor made for them. Truly, we're 1 hour in. We got 8 picks. Maybe 11, 8. Because a lot of people are saying it's a reach, but that could also mean that they thought someone was going to trade up before their next pick. I'm betting Oklahoma City. He's BYU's Kyle Anderson. Okay. Okay. Do you pick Kyle Anderson with the 8th overall pick, though? Maybe. But yeah, Brooklyn's got 5 picks. They can just kind of throw darts. That's this draft. Ace Bailey said to Dana Green, if he had a preferred destination, no, sir, I don't. I don't believe you. I just don't. The Raptors got to go center, right? That makes too much sense. That's such a Toronto pick. Pick is in, though, for Toronto. And then the Houston Rockets with the 10 pick, which let me double check if that goes to the Kevin Durant trade. For Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, and the number 10. So this pick, number 10, is the Suns, which is interesting. But let's see, what would Toronto do? I could see Toronto going Euro. They could go French. They could probably use a power forward or a center. I could see. Don't you understand about you, baby? And then just like Sadiq Coward, kid down from down in California, down at Central High School. Oh, Cullen Murray Boyles. Okay. Forward, South Carolina. Interesting. Interesting. That's a he's an undersized power forward. Okay. Okay. He's interesting because he is small. Small boy. Because like he's listed some places as a power forward center, and he's 6'6", at some place 6'7" to 6'8", depending on where you talk, which is okay. The analytics love him, which is very Toronto. Okay, but yeah, he's. I don't think he fits with Scotty Barnes. Eh? Eh? Hmm. Get ready to learn Utah, buddy. Huh. It's such a weird player. Oh yeah, proposed trade. Yeah, this goes to the Suns. What? That was weird. Okay. Hmm. Interesting. Hmm. The Sun. Now the Suns. They gotta take a center, right? If they take a guard, I'm gonna flip my shit. This pick for Toronto definitely has like it has the vibes of like we're so smart, but like in a different draft, he's like a second round pick that turns into a good player. So taking him at 9 is weird because he is a power forward who's 6'7". So you better have some rim protection unless you're playing with the three, and that's wild if you're playing with the three. Hmm, it's a funky pick. It's a that's a funky pick. Yeah, he's an undersized big who can't shoot, and he was drafted ninth overall. Weird, but that yeah, a lineup with him and Scotty Barnes feels unplayable. Weird, weird. Hmm. Oh, 7'6" wingspan for a 7'2" guy. Who mama? That's got to be a pick for the Suns, right? Hmm. What do the Phoenix Suns pick? They and they, I'm not gonna lie, that's not bad. They took the center from Duke. That's a good pick. That's a good pick. He's gonna be their starter. The big boy, big boy. Anyone who can get out of South Sudan, it's good. Christ, fucking hell, mate! Don't you understand about that? Penguin? Interesting. Portland's just got to take. What does Portland take? What does Portland take? Portland's got a. What's the best available center from Maryland? I could see Arizona small forward. Um, Yep. Yeah, I think he'll fit in well with the Suns. That's a good pick for Phoenix. Hey, we got a trade. We got a trade. Hey, the Hornets are trading Mark Williams to the Phoenix Suns for the 29th pick in this year's draft and a future first. Two firsts for the Hornets for a player that they already tried to trade. So that's the new starter for the Phoenix Suns. I kind of like that. That's not interesting. Interesting. That's a not bad trade right there for both sides. Which also means Hornets. Why didn't you draft a center? Hornets. What are you doing, brother? What are you doing, Hornets? Interesting. I still think he plays some decent minutes his first year. Mark Williams will be the starter for sure over the new guy, um, over Malawach. So it's the least favorable of Cleveland, Utah, and Minnesota goes to the Hornets. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Lakers over here just pounding their fists like it should have been me. Yeah, Charlotte wasn't going to pay him, and they get two first round picks for someone they weren't going to extend. Yeah, that's pretty nice. You take that. You take that all day, and Phoenix gets their big, and then they have a development big right behind him that can play decent minutes his first year, his rookie year. It's not bad at all. Not bad at all. All right, sounds like the Sadiq Coward going to Portland. All right, all right, take that. Yeah, he almost transferred. I think it was to Duke. He was in the transfer portal, but then kept his name in the draft. A lot of just he's a shooting guard wing that can jump. Portland wants to play defense, and this is a good 3-and-D prospect. Um, I actually like. I don't believe that Portland should be trying to win right now, but this is a great pick for the future. Overall, not bad at all. You like it? Quality pick for Portland in a draft of a lot of unknowns. They took a 3-and-D guy that best case turns into upside. Worst case, he's still a 3-and-D dude. Oh, hold, hold, hold. He's going to Memphis. He's going to Memphis. Hey, yo. Are sending. Okay, let me bring this up here. We're bringing it over. So for the 16th overall pick, so Portland drops down 5. They pick up a first round pick. Okay. 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 Interesting. So overall, I think if the thing is though, also next in a couple years, Orlando's first round pick should be a late first round pick in theory. So this is like they basically traded three second round picks for to move up 5 spots. And that's not too bad for the Grizzlies. They're replacing Desmond Bain. It's the same ideology of wanting to play defense. Okay. 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 Not bad, not bad. The Bulls, I'm fully expecting the Bulls to do something loopy. Mm, mm, interesting. Mm, What did this guy at Target say? Hmm. Um, let's see who else we got going on here. No picking yet for the Bulls, or no selection yet. The pick is in for the Bulls. Let's see what the Bulls. See if the Bulls are about to make a mistake. Though at this point, it's just darts. Ooh, German, French, French from German. Noah Essengay from France. Okay, funky pick, funky. He does look very French. Oh, he watches anime. We're in. All right, boys. But, but yeah, 6'9" wing forward from France. Sure. Oh, we got two moves here. We got two moves. Whoop! Hold up. So the Atlanta Hawks are trading the 13th pick to the New Orleans Pelicans for the 23rd and an unprotected. Oh Christ! An unprotected first round pick between Milwaukee and New Orleans next year, and they're picking Derek Queen. Interesting. Interesting. So down 10 picks. Interesting. 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 Huh. I'm not sure what the Hawks are doing. Uh, huh, flame out. Huh. Jalen Johnson, Trey Young. I think a little sussy. A little sussy. Let's see what else is happening. Eh, eh. Overall, who's up 14th? Is that San Antonio? It is San Antonio. Yeah, San Antonio doesn't need any guards. Mm, interesting. Hmm. Hmm. Vasily Mishish. Heading back. How old's 31? Heading back to Charlotte in the deal to make the money work. But that just sounds like he's gonna get cut. Mm, 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 mm. Straight blazer. Funky. Mm. Yeah, this feels like a good Spurs pick. Like he's not going to need to score. You just play defense. You be length. You be block. You get the rebounds Wemby can't get. This feels like one of those Spurs picks. You know, how did the Spurs get Carter Bryant? And it's not one of those like superstars picks, but he's like, God, he's annoying, isn't he? God, it's a pest. What? Oklahoma City. Hmm. Going fucking wild up in this club, ladies and gentlemen. Going crazy. Just trying to get a fly. I'm just like, what? Hitting it with. But overall, I like what I'm seeing from the Spurs. I want to see what Oklahoma City does here. Oklahoma City, they can just go full value. Like after winning an NBA championship, you've got so many picks. This is just, hey, who do you like? What probably a big it could be also be a stash euro is very Oklahoma City Thunder, or they could trade down. Knowing them, oh, we've got 17,000 first round picks. Why not trade for two more? See who they got. Who'd they go with? Who'd they go with? Who'd they go with, brother? Who'd they go with? Who you going with? Who you go? Who you got? Oklahoma City. Who you got, brother? Who you got? Oklahoma City. Who you got, brother? Because it Sorber. Interesting. Interesting. That just seems like a good developmental power forward pick. Not bad. Wow. First round pick since Odor Potter Jr. That's wild. Um, okay, that's a good pass. Interesting. Well, that was the full lottery, everyone. I've been Daniel Poulter, and I'll see you next time. Probably gonna do a draft recap show with my brother, potentially. We'll see what goes on. It's been a weird draft. Talk to you later.